3, 2, 1, bingo! We made it!
If George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life is still your vision of the ideal small-town banker...
Well, your money's in Joe's house. That's right next to yours. And in the Kennedy house, and Mrs. Maitland's house, and 100 others.
Then who would you say is today's equivalent of the movie's villain, the dastardly Mr. Potter?
Well, foreclose.
I can't do that. These families have children.
Not my children.
If you ask the Huffington Post's webmistress, Arianna Huffington, it's these guys.
JP Morgan, Citi, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. These banks that received taxpayer money, that were bailed out by the taxpayer, have not really done their job at helping small businesses, at lending, so that the economy can start again and start producing jobs.
In fact, Huffington has launched a campaign that drives the point home with a sledgehammer.
I don't have one single penny in any of your banks, not one, because I don't want my money put into CDOs and credit default swaps and making humongous bonuses.
The Move Your Money campaign urges customers to move their money out of the big banks and into smaller, community-oriented ones.
All of us collectively do have money, and when we move our money, we're voting with a different currency and one that businesses pay attention to.
I sent you a note about...
Robert Johnson works with the Roosevelt Institute, a progressive think tank, where he helped craft the campaign.
Taking money away from people who pay you zero, charge you 30% on your credit cards, hit you with all kinds of overdraft fees, and use that money to do, say, proprietary trading and pay themselves big bonuses and spend $400 million on lobbying. Why would you want to empower those people?
By entering your zip code into the Move Your Money website, a list of nearby small banks pops up, all of which have received a rating of B or better by independent reviewers.
We never took any TARP money. We never did any subprime lending. We are unique in the sense that we do all the services the larger banks do, yet we give it the personal touch.
Paula Saraiva is a manager at the People's United Bank in Mamaroneck, New York, which tries to emphasize the little things, like free coin counting.
You get a sense that customer attitudes are changing?
Absolutely. Customers want the personal touch. They want to know that you know their family, that you know who their children are, and that you're actually helping.
Credit unions also offer an alternative. Those banking cooperatives, which operate strictly for the benefit of members rather than corporate stockholders, typically offer terms far better than the big banks.
Thank you.
Like the First Community Credit Union in Kalamazoo, Michigan. 6 years ago, it sold its credit card program to a bank.
The members were getting upset. The rates were escalating.
Interest rates shot up to as much as 29%. Bank advisor Undine Irving was called in to restart the card program. The credit union now offers rates as low as about 8%, has capped its maximum rate, and has eliminated many fees.
Credit unions can eliminate all that and still make a profit. And if credit unions can do it, the banks should be able to do it as well. They're just choosing not to.
To be fair, many smaller banks are in trouble too. Most of the more than 700 banks on the FDIC's watch list are small or mid-size institutions, vulnerable to bad mortgage loans.
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank, George.
In the movie, even the Bailey Building and Loan nearly went under. Ultimately, it was only George Bailey's ties to the community
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George.
that gave that story its happy ending.